Back on the membership report. Now, let me ask you something. How are those New Year's resolutions doing? It's February. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Well, we have a member here. His name is Garrett Conn with Conn Human Performance, who is here to maybe make 2025. It is not too late. It's February. You got plenty of time. Plus, spring, summer are right around the corner, too. And this guy can help make it happen. Garrett, welcome to the show. Welcome to the chamber, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us a little bit about you, your business, and how you got into this whole thing.
Yeah, my name is Garrett Conn, local Champlin resident. Me and my family live here. I've been training and coaching for going on my 15th year now. I've trained everywhere from a big box gym, like a Lifetime Fitness, to the high school strength and conditioning programs, to private people out of my now house and garage that I train out of now. Like I said, I've been doing it for about 15 years, and I just saw a bigger need for local people to get some more help. I also, once we moved here, wanted the space for myself and my family, and then I decided to, leave my previous job to do this full time as well. So I've worked with a lot of people, doctors, nurses, anything in the professional setting like that. Athletes all the way from, middle school athletes to high school to numerous D3, D2, D1 college athletes. Even got a chance to work with a lot of the individuals from the Minnesota Vikings or the Timberwolves as well. So I've at some aspect been around a little bit. I've seen a lot of things, not everything, but I've seen most stuff at some point or another.
Very cool. So what would you say your company's pillars are?
The biggest thing for me, it's really simple to remember, is just R and R, results and relationships. It's the relationship piece is big for me. If you're going to hire me as a coach and I'm going to be your coach, you're going to expect me to do things. I'm going to expect you to do things. So let's just start off on the right foot and get the relationship started right out of the gate. Also, it depends on the fit as well too. Like, I don't want you to not want to come to the sessions or training or anything like that. I want you to look forward to that and have a good time and enjoy the process that we're doing. And then the results. Let's be real. If you're hiring me, we don't get the results, then what's the point? I'm not doing my job from that start. So,
who do you work with the most?
I know I rambled in the beginning there about who I have worked with in the past, and I still work with a lot of those people. But right now, I primarily work with a lot of professionals, working professionals. So what I mean by that is lawyers, nurses, business owners, CEOs, presidents, managers, a lot of the time supervisors, et cetera. A lot of times it's the people who have a demanding job, and they feel like they have to be on all the time at work, and they don't have time to make for themselves. I know that's probably speaking to everybody watching this right now at some point or another, maybe even yourself, Peter. But that's who I typically work with the most now, and that's where I really put my focus on. And yes, I have a lot of the other ones that I previously mentioned, but I see a big need for that, especially locally and just anywhere else too, as the world continues to get busier and busier.
Yeah. And here's what it comes down to, people. It's giving you some time. This is about you. You give time to work. That is a given. You need to be there here. You need to be at that meeting. We're going to pay you to do these things. You give the time to do that. Well, when do you give you time? And you might not be getting paid, but you will get some benefits out of it, but you have to give yourself some time. 5 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier, and that had to change, and it did. But it's to this day, because I don't miss days, to this day, it's about me giving myself the time to do what I need to do for me. And Garrett, that's the key to this thing is they have to commit to themselves. And you're the guy that's going to get them across that finish line and help them to get through some of those hurdles that they may have. And you are literally a partner with them to make all of those things happen. So I just really answered the next question I was going to ask you. But still, what do you say when someone says, I don't need a coach, or why a coach?
I would say I'd kind of ask them the question back, or, why do managers get a business coach, or CEOs or presidents get business coaches, right? It's for a result that they're looking for, whether to drive the company forward, to, if you manage a team of people, whatever industry you're in, to drive your team forward. If you're in sales, let's say too, like imagine yourself going to, close some accounts or some deals or something like that, and you feel good, you look good, and you're your most confident.
Exactly.
I bet that conversation goes a lot better than if you are on the opposite end of that, right? So then, and also on the time factor as well too. right? Because what's the alternative? If you're a business owner or anything like that, and you have a problem, and you have something that you don't know how to answer, but then you don't take the steps to do it, that's just a longer time until you can get to where you actually want to go. So not saying you can't do it by yourself or anything like that, but there's value to having somebody help guide you along the way and just getting there a little bit faster. So that's what I would say to them is, like, if you want to get there, absolutely. Like, strategies are important, but me specifically, let's just speed this thing up a little bit.
Exactly.
Right? I like to coach actually has a cool definition. It was derived from the word stagecoach. Way back when in the 1800s, wherever it was. But the definition of it is to bring something of value to its desired location, right? And that's exactly what I do.
That's perfect. In all the years that you've been doing this, with all the clients that you've worked with, you've got to have some great results stories. Can you share some?
Yeah, these are the fun ones, right? So obviously on the athletic side, I've had some people, have some advanced careers and go on and get scholarships and everything like that. And like I mentioned, some professional athletes as well. But there's not a lot of those people out there, right? There's more you and me, everyday people. So actually just last year I had one individual lose 60 pounds and one actually lose 100 in a year's time, right? Multiple 15, 20 pounds, everything like that. I've had a couple nurses say that, their shifts are a lot easier now because they don't have to worry about, like, I'm getting tired because they got to move patients around all day or anything like that. I have a lot of military people that I work with as well too, whether they're with me in person or not. And I've had multiple, people, depending on the branch, or actually doesn't matter the branch, but that they're hitting their best personal times on their annual PT tests that they have to do in order to stay not active, but you know what I mean, right? So across the board, but those are some of the highlights.
I bet that's great. All right, they're watching. What services does Conn Human Performance offer?
So I offer in-person training at my house here in Champlin, and it is in my garage, and it is insulated and heated. I get that question all the time. It's comfortable. It's good. It's not dirty or anything like that. In-person private training, one-on-ones, and then I also do a lot of online coaching as well too. I know with the digital age and everything that people are more on their phone, and time is a super valuable thing. I do a lot of online coaching so that you can work with me, whether you're able to come with me in person a couple times a week or not at all, from your phone, so you can have me in your pocket at all times.
Excellent. All right, so I mentioned it's February, and a lot of New Year's resolutions are started in January. Garrett, what would you say to somebody who's stuck? They're not getting where they wanted to go with that first thought of, okay, I'm going to do this in 25, or it's winter and someone's thinking, maybe I'll start in spring. What would you say to those folks?
First thing is, let's just have a conversation, right? Let's just talk. It doesn't have to be, and one thing I try not to do is lead with any fear-mongering, or empathy is a big thing for me to lead with right out of the gate as well too. So let's just have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's see what you've been doing, and then maybe dive in a little bit deeper of why it's not working or why you do feel stuck. And just discover some things that might be going on, right? There's no pressure or anything like that. It's just having a conversation like we're doing right now.
Exactly. All right, Garrett, there's some people out there that want to have a conversation. Oh, yes, they do, because 2025 is not a lost fitness year. You can be a better you. You can. It's just taking that first step, and then it's followed by the second, and you can have Garrett and the Conn Human Performance Group here that can help you get there. How do they get a hold of you? Multiple ways, website, all of that.
So you can reach me at my website at connhumanperformance.com, and then also on Instagram at connhumanperformance. And let's have a conversation. Let's start from there and let's go and make this the best year. Like Peter said, it's not too late.
Nope. And Conn is C-O-N-N. Hey, Garrett, thanks so much for coming. Congratulations on all your time in there. I really am interested to hear about these Viking guys and some of the other people, but more importantly, just all the people that you have helped get to a better them, because that is better family, that's better work, that's better everything when you have your fitness. So keep it up. Come back on the show sometime. Tell us how things are going. All right. He is Garrett Conn, Conn Human Performance. All right, we're taking a break. We come back. We are going to wrap up this edition of the Chamber Report, so stay tuned.